morning. Today is Monday, November 30th, and we didn't walk this morning because it's a snowy, icy, rainy mix. So it's kind of slippery sliding out there, so we didn't walk. We're supposed to get 4 to 6 inches of snow later on today, so I probably won't be walking tomorrow either, but I'm going to do some walking around in the house. But we have birthdays today. Today is my best friend from childhood. Today's her 70th birthday. It's Sue. She doesn't watch my channel, so she doesn't get a song. She doesn't get a song, but we've been friends since we were 3 years old. 67 years we've been friends. So I have a story about her. I'll share it. I've shared it before, but I'll share it again. But anyway, we do have birthdays. Today is Karen Buffet's birthday. So Karen, B-U-V-E-E, Karen gets a song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Karen. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Fix my hood so I'm not all askew. It's also Carmen Piper's birthday. So Carmen, you knew I'd sing to you too. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Carmen. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. And we couldn't start the week off or end the month without a name that's going to be hard to pronounce. And so I apologize in advance, Lori, because you know I'm going to mess up your name. I think you said I did it right last year. Let's hope I do it right again today. Today is Lori Karaana Tozoglia. Karaana Tozoglia. K-A-R-A-N-A-T-O-Z-O-G-L-O-U. Lori. At least you got an easy first name. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lori. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, I hope you all have a great day. This week is feeling optimistic. I'm really feeling very optimistic this week. And so that's going to be my theme this week is optimism. And I think that, anybody can look at a glass half full or half empty. I like to look at it as half full because it's really full because half of it's whatever liquid is and the other half is air. So it's completely full glass, but you just got to look at it better that way. I've made out a menu plan for the week. Let me see, it's right here. I did follow it yesterday, and I'm going to follow it again today. For breakfast, I do plan on having 2 eggs scrambled. I'm going to put some green peppers and red peppers and onions and mushrooms and some spinach in it. And I think I'm going to have some tomato slices on the side. I'm not going to put the tomato in the egg. And then I'm going to have my 2 turkey sausages. And I put that I was going to have a cup of strawberries, but I think I'd rather have grapefruit because my grapefruit's kind of getting soft. So I don't want it to go rotten on me. So I'm going to have that. So and then for lunch I'm going to have a half of a bagel with some cream cheese, Laughing Cow cream cheese, and a green apple with it. And then for dinner we're having chicken stir fry. Jim's going to have buttered noodles with his. I'm going to have rice. I got somebody annoying me, trying to get a hold of me. I have a feature that's junk or spam. That was a junk or spam call. Although I am waiting for a call from Verizon because once again they've messed up my bill. I don't know what the deal is, but anyway, so I might be leaving you before I get finished with my speaking here. But anyway, Sue and I were best friends. We she lived in a lower flat. When we were little, we could never understand why we couldn't go upstairs. It was because there was another family living up there. But we tried to sneak up there a couple times, and then her dad would get so mad at us. So when we grew up and got older, then we realized it was because there was another family living upstairs. And then we lived. We had a small little house. It was really small, really, really small. But we just lived a couple of doors away from each other, and so we just became friends, and we just always did things together. She went to Peace Lutheran School for elementary school, and I went to Guardian Angels. And in the 4th grade, in the 4th grade, I started going to a public school, which was Wayne Elementary, and she stopped going to her Peace Lutheran. And she went to Wayne Elementary too, so we would walk to school together. And I have a vivid memory of in 1961, which we would have been 11 at the time. Well, no, we would have been 10 because we would have turned 10 in 1960 and then January. But I remember us trudging in the snow and writing out 1961 because it looked the same either way. We were just so fascinated by that. And then we sold our house. We had the fire, and then we sold our house and we moved. And so I was really far from her, so I only got to see her in school. And like, we used to live, like, if this was the school, we used to live here, but then I moved over here. And, but we still stayed friends in school. And then probably about 3 or 4 months after I had moved, her family moved too, and they moved 4 blocks away from us. So it was just like we were meant to be friends. It just was, we were meant to be friends. And we went all through grade school together, other than the first 4 years when she went to the Lutheran school and I went to the Catholic school. But we went all through Wayne Elementary, we went through Arthur, middle school, junior high, it wasn't middle school, junior high, and then we went to Denby High School together and we graduated together. And then we stayed friends for the longest time, and then her brother married Jim's sister. But it was like a small world. It's a small world after all. Yeah, but in the meantime, her and I were skipping some class, and Jim was a hall monitor because you weren't allowed to be in class, out of classes without a hall pass, and neither one of us had it because we were skipping class. And we were trying to get across the street to go to this little confectionery store called K's, Kays, and you weren't allowed to go over there because it was off limits. It was like, ooh, scary, dangerous, and we were going to live on the dangerous side, and we were going to go over there. And Jim stopped us, and so he started to flirt with Sue, not so much me, but with Sue, and he was flirting with Sue. And then she saw the counselor coming, and she took off like a bolt of lightning and left me like a deer in the headlights standing there. And so then Jim told the counselor, like I was skipping class, and like he was supposed to take me to your leader. He was supposed to take me to my counselor's office. And so then the counselor said, okay, go on. And so then we went around the corner, and I slapped my arm as hard as I could, and then I said, don't you ever do that again. And then the teacher come around, and I said, he touched me inappropriately. So then Jim got in trouble. So I went to class, and then somehow he met up with Sue, and then they started to be an item. And Sue and I got into some kind of childish fight. Like when you're a girl, you have fights all the time. And we had this fight, and I was, as you know, I've been mooning when I was in junior high and high school over Chuck Sybeck. Chuck, if you're watching, look what you could have had. Anyway, but, and he didn't give me the time of day. He didn't know I existed. And so we were just having this fight, and she was all like in her glory because she had a boyfriend and I didn't. And she said, Chuck Sybeck's never going to like you. She's never going to notice you. You know how girls are. We're mean. And sorry, that wasn't the call I was waiting for, though. That was a different call. So anyway, she says, you know what, you're such a loser. I have a boyfriend. You have a boyfriend. I said, if I really wanted, I could take that loser away from you. And so she says, I'd like to see you try. So then I started my flirtations with him and got him to ask me out. And we went to see two. It was a double feature. It was the longest date of my life. We saw Murderer's Row with Dean Martin, and then the previews in between, and then cartoons. And then the second movie was No Way to Treat a Lady with Rod Steiger. It was the longest night of my life. But anyway, when I got home, I called her and I said, see, he asked me out, we went here, we went to the show, blah, blah, blah. And she says, well, he'll never ask you out again. And so then he asked me out again, and that was when we went to the basketball game. And I told you that story too, when I asked for a Coke and some chips, and he said, where's your money? And then we just started dating. And then it turned out that Sue met her future husband in high school, and I met my future husband in high school, and the rest is history. So, but it was a good. I was glad that a boy didn't come between us, and so it was always fun. Like when we went to all of our class reunions together. Obviously, family gatherings, we get together. Bertie's divorced her brother at this point, and she's now with Ron. But they had a very close relationship with Brad's family, and it was a good divorce, like not a nasty divorce. And as a matter of fact, her mother-in-law lived with her and Ron. Brad was her first husband. Brad's mother moved in with Bertie, and then Bertie met Ron, got married to Ron, but Audrey, that was the mother's name, Audrey stayed with her almost till she died. She stayed with her for years and years and years, but that's the way divorce should be. I mean, if it's not happy or whatever, you don't need to stay together, but you love that person at one point, so you got to stay somewhat friendly with them. But anyway, I'm going to wait for my call now. They should be calling any time now. And I'll show you my food today. I'm going to stay on track. And feeling optimistic. That's all I can tell you. Feeling optimistic. So I'll talk to you guys at breakfast. Okay, we're going to have different breakfast today. Today is Monday, November 30th. I started my day with a prayer. My quote is, "Optimism is the faith that leads to achievement." It's a 3-point breakfast. 0 for my 2 eggs, my veggies, tomato, grapefruit, and tea. 3 points for my 2 turkey sausages. It's a 3-point breakfast. I still have 20 points left for the rest of the day. Well, I did switch my menu up a little bit. I was supposed to have a half of a bagel with a Laughing Cow cheese and an apple, but I decided to have the chili instead. So I did save 1 point. For 2 cups of chili is 4 points, and 0 for my water and my apple. Still have 16 points left for dinner. Okay, I'm going to have some of my chicken stir fry with some rice and my lemonade. Jim's having his over some Alfredo noodles. And I'm just eating a half a package of the Spanish rice for 5 points. 0 for the chicken stir fry, which is red peppers, green peppers, onions, some garlic, mushrooms, and the chicken. 5 points for my rice. I'm going to have a sugar-free pudding for dessert, and my lemonade and cranberry juice. 1 point. Okay, another successful day. I did get a hold of Verizon. Exasperating. Let me tell you, exasperating. I did a call back. They told me they'd call me in 17 minutes. It took them 35. And then they put me on hold right away, and I was on hold for 15 minutes before I hung up. I waited 10 minutes, and I called back. And then I got another one. They said 25 minutes. They actually called me in 12, so that was pretty good. Got a really nice representative. And what they did was last month they made a mistake on my bill of $79.85. So they couldn't credit it on last month's bill. They said there was going to be credited on this month's bill, not to worry about it. So when I got my bill this month, I didn't get the $79.85 credit. They charged me $79.85, and I still haven't got the credit. So I was telling her that you not only owe me the $79.85 from last month that I should have got back from last month, but you also owe me $70.85 that you charged me this month. Plus, on top of it, they charged me taxes and fees. So instead of being $79.35 or $79.85, it was $89.82. They charged me like an extra $9.17 or something for taxes and fees and stuff. So I said, why am I paying that? She said, well, that's on the $79.85 charge. And I go, but I don't have a $79.85 charge. So that she fixed all that. So supposedly when I look at my bill tomorrow, it's supposed to show a $79.35 credit. Then when I get my bill in December, I'm supposed to have another $79.85 credit, plus the $9.35 that I overpaid for the fees this month. Is it going to happen? No. I'll be calling again next month. I know this. But I've been a customer of, it's Verizon. I've been a customer of Verizon since 2004. Okay, 16 years. You think you'd give me a little bit better service? But I do like their service, so I'm not really complaining. But she was the nicest girl. I could tell she was a girl. She was really young. But so frustrating. But I didn't turn to food, so that's an accomplishment right there. Okay, that's going to do it for tonight. I made so much of that stir fry that we're going to have stir fry for dinner tomorrow. Leftovers. Let's see what I had planned for tomorrow, because I'm not having that for dinner tomorrow. Oh, well, see, tomorrow I was going to have a pork chop and a baked potato. Yeah, I can do without the pork chop. So we're going to have the chicken stir fry again with the rest of the rice. So I probably saved a little bit of points. Yeah, saved a little bit of points. So we'll see. Oh, but I could have some sour cream on my rice tomorrow. I like sour cream on my rice. But anyway. Oh, and I get to have a bowl of cereal tomorrow. I haven't had a bowl of cereal in so long. I'm looking forward to that. Silly me. Looking forward to a bowl of cereal. But like I said, I'm trying to change up my menu this week, and We'll see how it does on Saturday. 2 pounds, that's what I'm hoping for. 2 pounds, half of my weight gain. So, okay, that's going to do it. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Stay safe. Talk to you guys tomorrow.